Hey guys, I'm back here at Sema 2012 at the Kicker booth. My big thing, I love amplifiers. I don't know what it is about amplifiers that I love, because that's where the power is at. But when I was talking with Aaron, he was telling me about everything starts kind of with the speaker, the subwoofer, correct?
The bass.
And tell me about Kicker's philosophy on that.
Well, almost every car you buy comes with a radio and some speakers, but most of them don't come with a subwoofer. And the subwoofer is what gives you the emotion and the passion of music. You would never go to a nightclub that didn't have a subwoofer, because it'd be all tss, 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 tss. So what you want is you want to feel the bass. But your stock radio, you can't feel the bass. So the first thing we always put in a customer's car, the subwoofer, and that gives you the foundation.
Right, and so these two right here are the two new subwoofers coming out now, the CompD and CompS. Now what's the difference between the two?
CompS is single voice coil, CompD is dual voice coil. Now I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of confusion on what single and dual voice coil is. Dual voice coil simply means more flexibility. It does not mean more power, just more flexible.
Okay.
So for example, if you buy one woofer today and you wire it up to the right impedance for your amplifier, that's great. But let's say you want to buy another woofer a couple months later. If you have a dual voice coil, you have some flexibility built in, so you can change the wiring to get the right impedance for your system and your amplifier.
Can you run two amplifiers into it, or is it one amplifier?
You could do that. There's really not a lot of reason to, but if you really wanted to, we could do that, sure.
Right. Now, is the dual voice coil meaning a channel in a way? Is it a channel, or is it just, is there two inputs into it, one on each side of the woofer? Is that the...
Exactly. If you get a close-up here, you can see there's two sets of terminals here and over here.
I see.
So each voice coil has its own input, and you can wire them in series or parallel, and that'll change the impedance to match your amplifier.
And when you mean series, I think of Christmas lights. Is that not true? But that allows you to put more woofers and keep the ohm load balanced, the resistance right, to work for your amplifier, is that correct?
Exactly, exactly. So depending on how you wire it will determine how your amplifier is going to function. And a lot of people don't understand this, so please go to our website and we will help you. We also have an application you can download for free from the App Store or the Android store, and it'll tell you how to wire your woofers to your amplifier so there's no problems.
That's great, because I got a buddy, he wants to put 12 of these things in his SUV. And so, without setting it on fire, they'd probably wire it in series, correct? Or it depends on how many amplifiers you have, right?
Exactly, and it'll be a combination of series and parallel. Have your buddy call me, I'll help him out.
That sounds great. That's the two subwoofers that are from this year's line. And then what's powering them? The new amps, right?
Yes. We also have a new line of amplifiers for 2013. It's called the CX. You'll notice the model number tells you how much power RMS, or continuous, the amplifier produces and how many channels. So 1200.1, this amplifier will put out 1,200 watts into one channel in this little bitty chassis. That's not peak power, that's real power.
Really? Wow. And what is the peak? Do you know the peak?
Yeah, peak power would be 2,400 watts.
I don't think my eardrums can handle that. I mean, I love it loud. That's great. So, and it's so small, though.
Yeah.
I've never seen a 1,200 watt amp that small.
Well, and this is funny because in the old days, amplifiers were huge, and the bigger your amp, the better it was. But today's technology, we use what's called a boost converter power supply, and it's so much more efficient. It draws less current, it doesn't get as hot, it doesn't take as much electricity from your car, and it pounds the subwoofers all day.
That's awesome. And then what's next to it here? Because I think this one is the one I want for my new car.
I think you're making a good choice here.
Really versatile.
Exactly. 0.5, it's 5 channels,
Great.
600 watts. So it'll drive your front speakers, your back speakers, and your subwoofer all in one box. Full
Wow.
system.
Wow, that's great. And then where's the, and there's the input. So, and this can work really well, I think, with that other product you showed me, the front, what's it called?
row.
The front row, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, what you'll do is you'll take your stock radio, you've got an F-150 pickup,
Right.
You'll take the stock radio and run that signal directly into the front row. You don't have to use line output converters or knockdowns or LOCs or any of that stuff. High level, right into our product, and then into this amplifier, and you'll have a complete surround sound system in your truck, and it'll hammer.
Hammer, I like that, hammer. Excellent.